Welcome to a Facebook channel. These are the basic measurements you need for a pencil skirt as a beginner. Alright, so we're going to learn how to cut this pencil skirt. You can see how beautiful it is, and it's very easy to make. Just follow the steps, you will understand it. Fold your fabric into 4 like you've seen in the illustration. Just fold it into 4, and all the measurements are to be divided into 4. All right, your waist, your hip is to be divided into 4. All right, leaving a 2 inches allowance for the zip. All right, we have a started line already. This is your started line. I've pointed at it. All right, that is the guide. All right, for all the measurements you need, and you also need your ruler. Okay, let me draw it again so you can see it very well. This is what we call a starter line. From here it guides all your measurements. I'm removing 1.5 inch reason for waistband. Okay, you notice that your skirt, your trousers has a waistband. All right, I'm coming down by the depth of my hip. Basic depth for hip is 9, but you can measure yours to be sure. All right, I'm making a straight line. You can see what I've done. I just made a straight line at my hip depth. Having that 1.5 inches at your mind, at the back of your mind, the length of my skirt is 24, but I made it 26. Okay, before cutting out the fabric, I made it 26. That 2 inches is for hemming allowance. We call it hemming allowance. Please don't mind my voice. We call it hemming allowance. Okay, to get more of this, you can check on our YouTube channel at Chidnma Favour. All right, my waist divided by 2 is 8.5. The circumference of my waist divided by 2 is 8.5. Please, if your waist is, for instance, 20, divide it by 4. All right, I also divide my hip. All right, what I have in my hip, I will minus 1.5 inch. Okay, let's assume what I have in my hip is 10.5. All right, 10.5, I'll minus 1.5 inch, making it 9 inches. Right, that is what you mark at your hem. Then you add 2 inches sewing allowance or hemming allowance at your hip area. You also add 2 inches hemming allowance, but at your waist you add 1.5. all right, 1.5, because we are going to add that, what we call that, at the waist area. All right, now I'm connecting all those lines I made together. I'm just connecting them. If you have a hip curve, please make use of your hip curve, but for a beginner, please, you can use your free hand. All right, just be careful when doing it. All right, you can use your free hand for a beginner. All right, for a beginner, I'm going to send more of this video. All right, encourage me. This is my first time of sending a video on Facebook, so encourage me. Here I'm trying to use a straight ruler also, just to show you you can use a straight ruler. You will end up achieving the same thing. All right, you can also use your free hand. It's as simple as possible. Okay, please, if you have any question, drop it at the comment section. You can follow up our backup channel at YouTube, Chidnma Favour. All right, I'm just cutting out the traces. Please cut on those traces you marked. All right, if you have any question, drop it at the comment section. I'll make sure to answer that. All right, I'm going to attach my dart. How do you get your dart? Your nipple to nipple measurement, or your bust point to bust point measurement, or you can hear bust span to bust span measurement. They are all the same thing. All right, go ahead and notch it. Go ahead and notch it. We also have an online class going material. Then we have an online class going on at Chidnma Fashion and Beauty Collection. You can as well subscribe to that. I'm just marking out the wrong part of this. I just marked out the wrong part of this fabric. Okay, now the next thing for you to do is to go ahead and cut your linings. I've cut mine, you can see it. You're going to cut the actual length of your skirt. All right, you know, we added 2 inches for hemming allowance. You will not cut your lining to that extent. All right, you just remove that 2 inches you added for hemming allowance. That's for turn up. Okay, you can see it, I'm showing you. All right. All right, go ahead and sew it. You sew from down to up. At the end of the day, you achieve this beautiful skirt. Okay, I've attached my zip, I've attached my waistband. In the next video, I'm going to show us how to attach a zip for it to look very nice. You can see this outcome of the skirt. The hemming side is so beautiful. All right, I have a channel, Chidnma Fashion and Beauty Collection, on Facebook. Please, you can subscribe to my channel. I also have small online courses going on for beginners, how to use your tape, how to read your tape. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Thank